Good morning, my dear students. Hope all are fine and safe too. Did you like the previous video? One story I share with you. I can't say the stories in you, and I can't teach you values during the online class. That's why I decided to give one by one videos. Not every class, but some classes may be like this. Just go through that and inspire from the great personalities. Okay. So we will continue with our class. In this video also one video will be there that is based on the quadrilateral topic itself, and that is what are the different types of quadrilaterals and where we are applying these quadrilaterals and application. Okay, in the end of this video I will attach the application of the quadrilaterals. Okay, so just go through that also, then you can easily identify where we are applying. Teacher told to study those things, but where we are applying, that much questions or that much confusions are occur in your mind, is it? So for changing that, or for removing that ideas, or removing that thinkings, I'll put this video. Please go through that. Okay, so we'll move to the important section, because these much days we are going to the simple examples and simple topics or simple ideas, but from this class onwards we are moving to the complicated level. Not the complicated level but easy one, but you have to clear the concept. When you are by hearting these answers, you can't write well for the exam, but you have to go through how it happens, or what all things we have to prove. That level of thinking will be occur during finding the solution of this type of questions. Okay, so exercise questions, I'll start with exercise questions. Two examples I make it as pending, because that will be explained later. Okay, so explain later means it is little bit tough compared to the other one. So simple questions we have done it first, and then we move to the complicated level. Okay, so we'll start the class. Before introducing our class, or before introducing the problems, just revise the theorems that we the properties of parallelogram. 7 theorems are there. Shall we start that? Yes. What is the first theorem? The diagonals of a parallelogram divides it into two congruent triangles. Okay, please go through that once again. Please take a book and revise those things. And second one, yes, in a parallelogram, opposite sides are equal. Third one, if it is in a quadrilateral, the opposite sides are equal, then it is a parallelogram. Then fourth one, in a parallelogram, opposite angles are equal. Then fifth one, yes, in a quadrilateral, whose opposite angles are equal, then it is a parallelogram. Okay, then sixth one, what is the sixth one? Yes, in a parallelogram, the diagonals bisect each other. And this last one, seventh one, yes, if the diagonals bisect each other, then it is a parallelogram. These messages are discussed. And one more condition, if it is a parallelogram, then it is enough to show that what are the two things. Yes, opposite sides are equal and also they are parallel. That concept we are applying in the problems that we discussed today. Okay, what are the conditions? If it is a parallelogram, if you want to prove something is a parallelogram, just to prove that opposite sides are equal and the same opposite sides are parallel. That's the only condition we have to prove. Okay, shall we start? Yes, so please ready with your textbook, notebook and all your accessories. Be ready. Yes, we will start with the exercise question. Exercise 8.1, second question. Okay, exercise 8.1, second question. The question is this: if the diagonals of a parallelogram are equal, that is, we have already given a parallelogram, and if its diagonals are equal, diagonals already we given as equal, then show that it is a rectangle. So we already given it is a parallelogram. Already given it is a parallelogram. We want to prove it is a rectangle. This thing you have to prove. Okay. So listen here please. What is the definition of a rectangle? A rectangle is a parallelogram with each angle is 90 degree. That we already discussed, is it? So we want to prove what this angle is 90 degree and this angle is 90 degree. And all the angles are equal to 90 degree. For that purpose, what we have to consider is we have to consider two triangles. Okay, and we want to prove they are congruent. If they are congruent, it's by CPCT's angles are equal, is it? So angles will be equal. So sum of the angles, this angle and this angle should be equal, and they are what? Co-interior angles. Co-interior angles are what? Supplementary. So sum is 90 degree, but they are equal. Then we can say that what? Each angle should be equal to 90 degree. This is the outline of the problem. So what we have to do is we have to consider it is a parallelogram that is given in the question. You want to prove one angle is 90 degree or all angles are 90 degree. Anyone you can do. And for that purpose we have to consider two triangles. Okay. From then we are moving to the next step. Shall we start? Yes, please write down the question first. Exercise 8.1 second question. If the diagonals of a parallelogram are equal, then show that it is a rectangle. I will give the proof. So please write down the question first. If the diagonals of a parallelogram are equal, then show that it is a rectangle. Okay, so we want to prove. So write down. First listen here please, then you can write proof. Okay, already given the question, it is a parallelogram. So we can write ABCD is a parallelogram. LLGM means parallelogram. Okay, parallelogram. What do you have to prove? What do we have to prove? To prove ABCD is a rectangle. So, what we have to prove? It is enough to prove. What thing you have to prove? If it is a rectangle, it's one angle is 90 degree. Is it? It is enough to prove angle A is equal to, angle B is equal to, angle C is equal to, angle D is equal to 90 degree. One angle should be equal to 90 degree that we have to prove. For that purpose, we have to consider two triangles. Okay. So, listen here please. Consider triangle. So, we need angle A is 90 degree. So, we have to consider the triangle which includes this angle. And also, we have to consider triangle which includes angle B. So, can you say which is a triangle that includes angle A? DAB. Is it? Yes, consider triangle DAB. DAB. Can you say one more? Yes, triangle ABC. Is it okay? We got two triangles. Consider triangle DAB and triangle ABC. Can you say the congruence? Can you say yes? AB is equal to AB, that common. That you already know. Is it? Why? Because they are common to both. So I will write this. First one is like this. This DAB. And the second one is this one. ABC. Okay. And AB is common to both. Then AD is equal to BC. Is it? Why? AD is equal to BC. Because parallelogram. Being a parallelogram, opposite sides are equal. So opposite sides are equal. So we got this one equal and this one are equal. Then what about the diagonals? Already given in the question, the diagonals of a parallelogram are equal. Is it? So we can write it as, what is the BDL? Is it? BD is equal to AC given. So which congruence rule? Yes, 3 are sides. So we can say that triangle DAB congruent to triangle A corresponds to B and D corresponds to C and B corresponds to A. So triangle DAB congruent to triangle CBA. Reason? Yes, rule. So hope you clear this message. Please write down this message. So we got two triangles are congruent. Is it? If it is congruent, then we can say that corresponding parts are equal. Or by CPCT mode, we can write as angle A will be equal to angle B. Reason? By CPCT. Okay. Then angle A will be equal to angle B. Then we can write these two lines are parallel, cut by the transversal AB. So what is angle A and angle B? Yes, you can write angle A plus angle B will be equal to what? 180 degree. Why? Because co-interior angles are supplementary. Because 4 interior angles are supplementary. Okay, so we can replace angle B by angle A, is it? So angle A plus angle B is same as angle A, that is equal to 180 degree. It is 2 times angle A is equal to 180 degree. So angle A will be equal to 180 degree by 2, that is equal to 90 degree. If angle A is equal to 90 degree, then angle B is same as what, 90 degree. So we can write angle B is equal to 90 degree. Similarly, what we can prove, angle C is equal to angle D is equal to 90 degree. Therefore, ABCD is a what? Yes, rectangle. ABCD is a rectangle. So this is a simple proof. Just go through that. If the diagonals of a parallelogram are equal, then it is a rectangle. That is our question. So given diagonals are equal, then one common side is there. Then opposite sides of parallelogram are equal. The condition, so we can say that they are congruent. Then if you want to prove what it is 90 rectangle. Rectangle means what, one angle is 90 degree. For that purpose, we have to angle A plus angle B is equal to 180 degree and so on. Please go write down this question and answer 2 or 3 times. Then only, and you have to go through a test. You have to find the key points, diagonals of a parallelogram. So parallelogram should be there, diagonals are equal. So which angle should be 90 degree. For that purpose, we have to consider the triangle which includes angle A and angle B. For that purpose, we have to consider DAB and ABC and then move. Hope you clear this question. Please write down the remaining parts. Yes, next question. Show that the diagonals of a quadrilateral bisect each other at right angles. Then it is a rhombus. So here the question, diagonals of a quadrilateral, not a parallelogram, but any quadrilateral you have to say. Okay. So diagonals of a quadrilateral. I just draw a quadrilateral. And the diagonals of a quadrilateral bisect each other at a right angle. So I mark this as so, and this angle is 90 degree, this angle is 90 degree. And I'll give the name as ABCD. Okay. Then we want to prove it is a rhombus. For proving it is a rhombus, what we have to do? What type of a figure is a rhombus? It is a parallelogram itself, is it? So first of all, you have to prove that what? Yes, it is a parallelogram. Okay. Then from that we have to prove it is a rhombus. Okay, so whenever we want to prove it is a rhombus, what we have to do? You have to prove first is it a parallelogram, then you have to prove it is a rhombus. Okay, so in the previous question it is given that what it is a parallelogram. Is it? Please go to the previous question. If the diagonals of a parallelogram are equal, diagonals are equal. Okay, then you have to prove it is a rectangle. In some cases the question may be, if the diagonals of a quadrilateral are equal, you have to prove it is a rectangle, is it? So for that type question, what you have to do? First of all, you have to prove it is a parallelogram. Then you have to prove it is whether it is a rectangle, whether it is square or not, according to our question. Okay, so here in this question, the diagonals of a quadrilateral bisect each other. So it is only a quadrilateral, not mentioned it is a parallelogram, only a quadrilateral. So what is the first thing you have to prove is, you have to prove it is a parallelogram. That is ABCD is a parallelogram first, and then you have to prove it is a rhombus. That is our A. Okay, so please write down the question first. Yes, so first of all you have to prove it is a parallelogram. Okay, so to prove, what we have to prove? To prove ABCD is a parallelogram. Then what you have to prove? ABCD is a rhombus. Okay, so you want to prove ABCD is a parallelogram. If ABCD is a parallelogram, according to our 8th theorem, last theorem, what we can say? Yes, AB is equal to DC and AB parallel to DC. This thing we have to prove. When we want to say it is a parallelogram, we have to prove opposite sides are equal and parallel. Okay, so this is the only thing you have to prove. So listen here please. Why we have to go through that? We have to consider two triangles. Is it? So I will consider triangle AOB and CUD. Okay, so I will consider, these are the two triangles I will consider, triangle AOB and triangle COD. This one and this one. Okay. So what are these diagonals bisect each other, is it? So you can write what OA is equal to OC and OB is equal to what OD. These two are given condition. Okay. Then what is next we can say? Yes, vertically opposite angle, is it? So I'll mark this as angle 1 and this as angle 2. So you can write angle 1 is equal to what? Angle 2. Angle 1 is equal to angle 2. Angle 1 is equal to angle 2. That means it is vertically opposite angles and they are equal. So this side angle. What it can say? SAS. Okay. You can write triangle AOB congruent to triangle COD. Reason SAS rule. Okay. So by CPCD we can write the angles also. Is it? So I'll mark this as angle 3 and this as angle 4. So you can write as angle 3 will be equal to angle 4. Okay, but we know that what is angle 3 and angle 4? They are alternate interior angles, is it? And they are equal. If it is alternate interior angles and they are equal, what we can say? Lines are parallel, is it? So you can write but angle 3 and angle 4 forms alternate interior angles. So therefore what we can say? Therefore we can say AB parallel to CD. AB parallel to CD. Okay. By CPCD we can say that AB is equal to CD. Is it? Why? Because if it is a congruent, if the triangles are congruent, then we can directly say that its sides are equal, its angles are equal and all things. So we can say by CPCD itself. By CPCD what we can say? AB is equal to CD. By CPCD we can say AB is equal to CD. So these things we already proved. First part we proved. Then we want to prove it is a rhombus. So please write down this to prove ABCD is a parallelogram. Then these two things we have to prove. Then second one is ABCD is a rhombus. First part for proof is this. So please write down it correctly. So we can write what, since AB is equal to CD and AB parallels to CD, then what we can say? ABCD is a parallelogram. Then one more thing we have to prove, it is a rhombus, is it? So you have written subheading to prove ABCD is a rhombus. This thing you have to prove. If it is a rhombus, then we have to prove it is the adjacent angles are, the adjacent sides are equal, is it? So we already know AB is equal to CD and AD is equal to CD. But if they are equal or AB is equal to AD, then all sides must be equal, is it? So we get this enough to prove that. Or to prove, what we have to prove? To prove AB is equal to AD. This thing we have to prove. For that purpose, again we are applying the congruence. Can you say the congruence? Yes, OA is equal to OA, common. Then another one. Yes, OB is equal to OD. What the reason? Given condition. Then, is there any other? Is there any other common side? Already we said. Then angle you can write, is it? And listen here, 3 and 4 are what? Alternate interior angles. Similarly, we can write this angle and this angles form, is it? And no need to move that. One easy method is there. So, common angle. Yes, please listen here. Okay, so listen here, please. This angle and this angle. Angles bisected right angles is the question, is it? So we can write the angle 1, angle 2, angle 3, angle 4 already marked. Here already angle 1. And then I can write angle 6. Okay. So angle 1 is equal to angle 6. Reason is 90 degree. Okay. So we can say two angles and one common side. So by SAS congruence we can write what? Triangle AOB congruent to triangle AOB congruent to triangle DOB. So reason is what by SAS rule. AOB congruent to, here A corresponds to SA itself, B corresponds to DX. Triangle AOB congruent to triangle DOB. Okay, so SAS rule we are applying. So we can say that what these two triangles are congruent. If they are congruent, what we have to prove? Adjacent sides are equal, is it? So this side is equal to this side, is it? So by CPCT, what we can write? By CPCT, AB is equal to AD. Therefore, ABCD is a rhombus. So how will you prove it is a rhombus? If it is rhombus, you have to consider two adjacent sides are equal. Is it? If the adjacent sides are equal, you have to take the adjacent triangles. So here we are considering these two triangles. Out of which one angle side is common, and this is a bisector. Bisect at right angle. So this angle is 90 degree. So by SAS congruence, so those two triangles are congruent. So by CPCT, AB is equal to TA. From that we can say that adjacent sides are equal, then it is a rhombus. So we can say that ABCD is a rhombus. So please write down the second proof. Same question, second proof. So we will move to the next question, 8.1 itself, exercise 8.1, sixth question, one easy question. Okay. So what are things we given here? Diagonal AC of a parallelogram ABCD bisect angle A. Angle A bisect. Bisect means what? It divides equally, is it? So you can write angle 1, here angle 2, and here angle 3, and here angle 4. Okay. So given, what is given? According to our question, what is given? Angle 1 is equal to angle 2, that is bisect. Okay. What we have to prove? To prove, what thing you have to prove? To prove two things you have to prove. Parallelogram already given, is it? And two things we have to prove. What is the first condition? Two things you have to prove. To prove it bisects C. It bisects angle C. Bisects angle C means what? To prove what? Angle 3 is equal to angle 4. This bisect means what? Angle 1 is equal to angle 2. We have to prove angle 3 is equal to angle 4. And one more condition we have to prove. What is the next one? ABCD is a rhombus. ABCD is a rhombus. In this question we are not applying the congruence. We are directly saying that it is a rhombus. So shall we start? Yes. So first of all you have to consider this is a parallelogram. Okay. ABCD is a parallelogram given. ABCD is a parallelogram, that is already given in the question. So we can write angle 1 and angle 4 are what? Alternate interior angles. They are equal, is it? So angle 1 is equal to angle 4. Okay. Equation number 1. Then what are else you can write? Yes. Angle 2 is equal to angle 3. That is also given in the question. And according to our question, angle 1 is equal to what? Angle 2. That is given. These two are alternate interior angles, and this one is given. Already given in the question. While comparing this, listen here please. Angle 2 and 3. We are comparing 2 and 3. Okay, listen here. Angle 1 is equal to angle 2. Okay, but we already know angle 2 is equal to what? Angle 3. So we can write as angle 1 is equal to angle 2 is equal to angle 3. From that you can write angle 1 is equal to angle 3. Equation number 4. Okay, while go through 1 and 4. 1 and 4. Please go through 1 and 4. Angle 1 is equal to angle 4. Angle 1 is equal to angle 3. That is this side equal. Is it? So we can equate the other side. So we can write angle 4 is equal to angle 3. Okay, that is the first condition. Angle 3 is equal to angle 4 or angle 4 is equal to angle 3. That is bisects angle C. This much only the first proof. Second proof is very easy. So please write down up to this. Okay, you want to prove it is a rhombus. Is it? Rhombus means what? Adjacent angles are, adjacent sides are equal. That thing we have to prove. Okay, for that purpose listen here please. So I am considering we have to prove angle 1 is equal to angle 3. Listen here please. We already know angle 1 is equal to angle 2. This thing we already know. Is it? And also angle 1 is equal to Sorry, no need to move like that. Just a simple way is there. Okay, so listen here, please. Uh, yes. Angle 1 is equal to angle 4. That you already know. Okay, now we got angle 3 is equal to angle 4, is it? So angle 1 and angle 4 are what? Alternate interior angles, they are equal. But we already got now what? Angle 3 proved about. Angle 3 is equal to angle 4, is it? Okay, so from this what? Angle 4, this we can equate the other side. So angle 1 will be equal to what? Angle 3. Okay, angle 1 and angle 3 are equal. But you already studied the side opposite to equal angles are equal, is it? So which is the side opposite to angle 1? DC. So you can write DC is equal to, the side opposite to angle 3 is AB. So DC is equal to AD. That means side opposite to equal angles are equal. So we can write what? Adjacent sides are equal. If adjacent sides of a parallelogram are equal, then it is a rhombus. Therefore, you can write ABCD is a rhombus. Hope you clear this one. So please write down the second part of this question. This thing on it. This much please write down first. Next we will move to the 8.1 7th question. Okay. The question is ABCD is a rhombus. In this question we already given it is a rhombus. Show the diagonal bisects angle A as well as angle C, and the diagonal BD bisects angle B as well as angle D. In the previous question we did prove only one thing. Is it angle 3 is equal to angle 4? Here we want to prove the 4 things. That's the only difference between this question and the previous question. Okay, listen here please. Given it is a rhombus, is it? So I'll mark A, B, C, D as rhombus, and I'll mark the diagonals. If it is diagonals, we need numbers: angle 1, angle 2, angle 3, angle 4, and this is angle 5, this is angle 6, this is angle 7, and this is angle 8. Okay. So what is given in the question? What is given? ABCD is a rhombus. That is given in the question. So what you have to prove? We have to prove it the bisects, is it? So to prove its angles are equal. What are angles are equal? Yes, angle 1 is equal to angle 2. This thing you have to prove. Then angle 3 is equal to angle 4. This thing you have to prove. Then angle 5 is equal to angle 6 we want to prove. And angle 7 is equal to angle 8. These things we have to prove. Okay, easy one. Okay, listen here please. While moving to this, we have to consider two triangles. So triangle ADC, adjacent side, it includes adjacent side. So triangle ADC and triangle, remaining triangle ABC. These two triangles we are considering. So out of this what we can write? Yes, AD is equal to what? AB you can write because it is a rhombus. So adjacent sides are equal. So you can write AD is equal to AB. Reason? Adjacent sides are equal. When adjacent sides are equal, it is only a rhombus and square which adjacent sides are equal. Okay. So that we got. Then anything another one? Yes. CD is equal to BC. That is the same reason. Adjacent sides of the rhombus are equal. Then is there any common? Yes. AC is equal to AC. Common. So by which congruence rule? Yes, SSS congruence rule. Triangle ADC congruent to triangle ABC. By rule? SCSS rule. Side rule. Okay. Then if they are equal, then its corresponding parts are also equal. Is it? So you can write angle 1 is equal to angle 2. Angle 3 is equal to angle 4 by CPCT. Okay. And similarly what we can say while we are considering this triangle, that is ADB and ADB and BCD. Similarly same step you can write, is it? So please write down this message, then I will give you the next part proof. Please write down. Okay, we want to prove the second part, that is angle 5 is equal to angle 6 and angle 7 is equal to angle D. For that we have angle 5, angle 6. So this triangle and this triangle you have to consider. So consider triangle ADB and triangle CDE. DB. This triangle and that triangle. Okay, so you can write it as AD is equal to DC. This one and this one are equal, and AB is equal to which are the two triangles we are considering? Triangle ADB. So AD is equal to DC. Then AB is equal to what? BC. AB is equal to BC. So this side and this side are equal. This side and this side are equal. Is there any common? Yes. BD is equal to BD. Common. These two are given. Being is a rhombus. Okay. So by SSS congruence rule we can write triangle ADB congruent to triangle CDB. Reason? Yes rule. So by CPCT what we can say? Angle 5 is equal to angle 6 and angle 7 is equal to angle 8 by CPCT. So hence the proof. So hope you clear this question. Please write down. Okay, we will move to the next question. Show that the bisectors of the angles of a parallelogram forms a rectangle. Very important question. For so many times this question is asked for the exam. Very important. Figure will not be given. You have to construct the figure. The question is show that the bisectors of the angles of a parallelogram. So we already given a parallelogram and its bisectors are joined and that forms a that inside there will be a rectangle. This thing you have to prove. So please write down the question first. That is page number 144, example 5. Please write down the question. So shall we start? Yes. First of all, we need a parallelogram. So I am drawing a parallelogram here. And I mark it as A, B, C, D. Okay. Then we need the bisectors. Is it? Bisectors means from this I will draw a triangle like this. Okay. And I will give this as the point R. From this also I am giving one like this. And it touches here. And this is a P. Okay. So we want to prove this. And this is marked as Q. And this is marked as P, Q, R. And this is marked as S. So we want to prove what? P, Q, R, S. This inside this portion is a rectangle. That thing you have to prove. Okay. The given condition is that it is a parallelogram and the angle bisector. Angle bisector means this angle is equal to this angle. This angle is equal to this one. This angle is same as this one. And this angle is same as this one. That is only condition given. Plus addition is what? It is a parallelogram. Okay. Shall we start? This proof we are proving is by this way. That is, we have to prove it is a rectangle. It is rectangle means each angle is 90 degree. Is it? So we have to prove first this angle is 90 degree. And then we want to prove this angle is 90 degree. Automatically other angle will be equal to 90 degree. First thing we have to prove this is 90 degree. Okay. For that concept we have to consider this triangle itself. Okay. So listen here please. You already know angle A and angle D. Okay. This is a parallelogram. Is it? If it is a parallelogram, then it is what? Opposite sides are equal and parallel. Okay, so we already know since ABCD is a parallelogram, if it is a parallelogram, what we can say? Opposite sides are equal and parallel. That means AB parallel to CD. This side and this side are parallel. And it comes by transversal AD. So we can write this angle and this angle forms what? Co-interior angles. Co-interior angles are what? Supplementary. Is it? So we can write angle A plus angle D is equal to 180 degree. Reason? Co-interior angles are supplementary. Co-interior angles are supplementary. That is already given. Okay, or but being is a parallelogram, we can write. Okay, and we already know the angle bisector. Angle bisector means what? This angle is same as this angle. And this angle is same as this angle. So I will mark this as angle X. If it X here, here also X. If this is Y, here also Y. Is it? So you can write X and Y. So you can write half angle A plus, why I am taking half? Because they are equal. is equal to half into 180 degree. Half angle A means what here? X. So x plus half angle D means what it is? Y is equal to 180 by 2 is what? 90 degree. That is equation number 1. So hope you clear up to this. What do you think? It is a parallelogram. So angle A plus angle D is equal to 180 degree. Angle A means we are taking the half on both sides. Why we are taking half on both sides? Because it is an angle bisector. So you can take the half, no problem at all. So you can write x plus y is equal to 180 by 2, that is equal to 90 degree, equation number 1. So please draw the figure and write down up to this. Please write down first. Okay, then listen here. Please consider, we are considering one triangle here, triangle DQA. DQA, only one triangle. Angle sum property we are applying. What is that? Yes, x plus y plus this angle. Okay, I will mark this as angle 3. Okay, not 3, x, y, z we can take. Okay, so x plus y plus z is equal to 180 degree. We already know x plus y is what? 90 degree. So 90 plus z is equal to 180 degree. So z is equal to what? 180 degree minus 90 degree, that is equal to 90 degree. So here you are right from equation number 1. X plus y is what? 90 degree. So this we have to replace by 90 degree, and then z we are right like that equal to 180 degree. From this we got what z is equal to 90 degree. If this is equal to 90 degree, what about this? That are vertically opposite, is it? So you can write this also what? 90 degree. Okay. So therefore angle Q is equal to 90 degree. Reason what? Vertically opposite angles are equal. Okay. So we got angle Q is equal to 90 degrees. So please write down up to this. Yes, so one angle is 90 degree we got. Then we want to prove one more angle should be equal to 90 degree. Or you can say all angles should be equal to 90. No problem at all. Okay. So now we are considering this one, angle R. For that purpose we are going to consider the triangle. Which triangle? Triangle ARB. This big triangle. This is x, this is x. Okay. So from here also already x, y, z we are marked. I am writing A. This is A and this is A. Okay. So listen here please. Here also what we can write? This is a parallelogram. So A plus B is equal to what? 180 degree. Is it? So angle A plus angle B will be equal to what? 180 degree. So half we can take. Half angle A plus half angle B is equal to half into 180 degree. That is half angle A means what? X. So x plus half angle B means what? A is equal to 180 by 2, that is equal to 90 degree. Equation number 3. I will mark as equation number 3. Okay. So this you got. Then we are going to the same thing you have to consider. That is angle sum property on this triangle. That is x plus then A plus here I can put the small letter r, no problem. R is equal to 180 degree and x plus A is what? 90. So 90 degree plus R is equal to 180 degree. So R is equal to 180 minus 90, that is equal to 90 degree. That is this angle is 90 degree. Okay. So this angle is 90 degree, this angle is 90 degree. Similarly we can prove like this you have to write. Okay. Similarly we can prove angle S is equal to 90 degree and angle P is equal to 90 degree. Okay. So please write down up to this. So we got what? All angles are equal to 90 degree. That is angle S is equal to angle R. This is 90 degree, this is 90. Similarly we can prove P and S are equal to 90 degrees. So it will be equal to rectangle. It may be equal to rectangle. It can be a square, no problem. Okay, just one thing. All angles should be equal to 90 degree. That is the condition for rectangle. Okay. So hope you clear today's section. And 2 questions I will give you as homework from the exercise itself. Just try it. If you didn't get the answer, just message me. In the next class I will explain them. Okay. So hope you clear this today's section. Please write and study at least 2 or 3 times. Otherwise you didn't clear the concept. Okay. And then you don't by heart this. Just go through the figure and then write. Figure then write. Likewise you have to move. This question is very important. Most of the exams this question will be asked. So please study well and the next after this class then one video should be there, so please go through that also. Okay, so hope all are safe in the home, so please don't move here and there. If you need you can move, otherwise no need, stay in your home itself. So see you in the next class. Bye.